The ISLM model is a fundamental tool in macroeconomics. It helps us understand how interest rates and output are determined in the short run. The model combines two key markets, the goods market and the money market. By analyzing the interactions between these markets, we can gain insights into the overall health and equilibrium of an economy. The ISLM model is based on the idea that the economy is in equilibrium when two conditions are met. First, the demand for goods and services must equal the supply. Second, the demand for money must equal the supply of money. The IS curve represents the equilibrium in the goods market. The LM curve shows the equilibrium in the money market. The ISLM model is particularly useful for analyzing the impact of government policies. For example, we can use it to see how changes in government spending or taxes affect interest rates and output. We can also use it to study the effects of monetary policy, such as changes in the money supply. The model was developed in the 1930s by John Hicks and Alvin Hansen. It is still widely used today by economists to understand and predict macroeconomic trends. The IS curve shows the combinations of interest rates and output levels, where the goods market is in equilibrium. This means that the quantity of goods and services demanded equals the quantity supplied. The IS curve slopes downward because there is a negative relationship between interest rates and output in the goods market. When interest rates are high, borrowing is more expensive. This discourages investment spending by businesses. High interest rates also make it more attractive for people to save, which reduces consumer spending. As a result, higher interest rates lead to lower aggregate demand and lower output. Conversely, when interest rates are low, borrowing is cheaper and saving is less attractive. This encourages investment and consumer spending, leading to higher aggregate demand and higher output. The downward slope of the IS curve reflects this inverse relationship between interest rates and output. The position of the IS curve can shift due to factors that affect the demand for goods and services. For example, an increase in government spending would shift the IS curve to the right, as it would boost aggregate demand at any given interest rate. The LM curve represents equilibrium in the money market. It shows the combinations of interest rates and output levels at which the demand for money equals the supply of money. The LM curve slopes upward because there is a positive relationship between interest rates and the demand for money. People and businesses need money to carry out transactions. When interest rates are high, the opportunity cost of holding money increases. People prefer to hold less cash and keep more funds in interest-bearing assets like bonds. This higher demand for interest-bearing assets pushes up interest rates further. Conversely, when interest rates are low, people are more willing to hold money because the opportunity cost is lower. This lower demand for interest-bearing assets leads to lower interest rates. The upward slope of the LM curve reflects this positive relationship between interest rates and the demand for money. The position of the LM curve can shift due to changes in the money supply or factors that affect money demand. For example, an increase in the money supply by the central bank would shift the LM curve to the right, as it would lower interest rates at any given output level. The intersection of the IS and LM curves determines the simultaneous equilibrium in both the goods and money markets. This intersection point represents a unique combination of interest rates and output where 1. The quantity of goods and services demanded equals the quantity supplied, which is equilibrium in the goods market, and 2. The demand for money equals the supply of money, which is equilibrium in the money market. At this equilibrium point, there are no pressures for interest rates or output to change. The economy is in a stable state where both the goods and money markets are clearing. However, changes in factors affecting either the IS curve or the LM curve can shift these curves, leading to a new equilibrium point with different interest rates and output levels.